Good morning, everyone. Pleasure and delightful morning to everybody. And it's an honor to have this opportunity to address all of you all today in this very valuable gathering, your inauguration sessions. So, coming to the topic, as we are just having limited time and health regulations, I think it's better to have this kind of functions without gathering lot into one space. So I come to the topic straight away. We have to discuss about the health of a nation and a country, how important the healthful nation to a progress of a country. The World Health Organization defined health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and most merely the absence of disease or infirmity. And nutrition as an input to and foundation for health and development. Nutrition is the most important factor in maintaining and keeping good health. Nutrition begins with food and includes everything that the body needs in order to live. Health and nutrition are the most important contributory factors for human resources development in a country. Nutrition related non-communicable diseases have become a major threat to public health. Micronutrient deficiencies such as vitamin A deficiency, iron deficiency, anemia types, which can cause due to so many deficiencies, iodine deficiency disorders, and vitamin B complex disorders are the nutrition problems frequently encountered not only in our nation, all over the world. Particularly among the rural poor and urban slum communities and among children and women. Nutrition is a critical part of health and development. You know it's very well more than me. Better nutrition is related to improved infant, child, and maternal health, which is mostly important when we think about the future. Stronger immune system, safer pregnancy and childbirth, and lower risk of non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and cancers are mostly due to low nutrition levels, and they affect a lot of other diseases, and they get a lot of infective diseases due to lack of nutrition. People with adequate nutrition are more productive and can create opportunities to gradually break the cycle of poverty and hunger. It is a well-known fact that healthy children learn better. Malnutrition in every form presents significant threats to human health. Today, the world faces a double burden of malnutrition that includes both undernutrition, especially in low and middle income countries, as well as obesity. WHO is providing scientific advice and decision-making tools that can help countries take action in order to address all forms of malnutrition to support the health and well-being of all at all ages. An unhealthy diet and lack of physical activity are leading global risk to health. Healthy dietary practices start early in life. Breastfeeding fosters healthy growth and improves cognitive development and may have longer term health benefits such as reducing the risk of becoming overweight or obese and developing non-communicable diseases later in life. So I think even leaders, even country, the government should understand these factors. Otherwise, they don't get proper attention to those things, thinking the poverty is due to some other reasons and unhealthy, non-productive society is due to other reasons. Sometimes if we don't address this nutrition problem in a nation, whatever we do, we won't be able to get them into a good, the society of working towards the prosperity of a country. Nutrition is a basic human need and a prerequisite to health life. Nutrients that we obtain through food have vital effects on physical growth and development, maintenance of normal body function, physical activity, and health. Our diet must provide all essential nutrition in the required amount. I think that is the most important thing when the government think about the society. We have to maintain about the adequate nutrition in childhood as well as other ages. I think I don't have to give so many facts about the nutrition to this forum, but I just want to give that message. The leaders, government, who run the ministries have to think about these things. Otherwise, that is not a good task, that is not will be a successful effort, that even though your society is trying to implement those facts to the society. Because the government has the right to make policy decision. There should be a main valuable fact to be considered when we prepare policies and decisions about this nutrition. So I'm not going to give so many details about this topic. I have some facts about this nutrition requirements, nutrition that are the facts and how it's affect to the society. But I think the keynote speech is coming in the agenda as a next speech. I will the cut off my facts, which is includes already in my speech, because I know that he will give, she will give so many valuable academic stuff to you all. So anyway, I will cut off and I will finish my speech by giving that promise. If you all suggest any valuable policy making the tools or something which I can implement through my ministry as a research and innovation ministry to develop the nutrition status of school children, that women, which can change the future endeavor of this country by giving their strength and psychological and mental support to the decision making and other sectors. So anytime you are welcome to address our ministry and give your valuable opinion, and I give my fullest support towards those things. And again, thank you so much for inviting me, and I'll finish my speech like that because I have so many facts aligned, but I think there's a valuable keynote speech is coming in the agenda. I think better to listen to that and give my that promise you all to, that I will able to give my policy making support and other government support if you want to make sure that our future nation is very healthy nation with the nutrition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable State Minister, for those inspiring words.